Hello everybody, welcome to a Pokemon starter discussion video. Now, I did do a discussion video on the Gen 7 starters, but this is just starters in general. So, thank you for watching, hopefully, and let's get into the video. Sorry, I wasted your time. But, so what we start out with every game is you start out in your new town, wherever that is, and you meet the professor, and he or she gives you a Pokemon. And so that's so far all of these Pokemon. We are missing 5 Pokemon on this list. Well, in this picture, and that is the new starters from the Alola region, which is Litten, Rowlet, and Poplio, as well as Pikachu and Eevee, who are Gen 1 starters in the Yellow Special. Now, the whole purpose of starter Pokemon is they get you to begin the game. They're your first Pokemon, they're starter Pokemon, they're the reason you actually can catch other Pokemon in the game because you actually have them. And most people keep them around for their entirety of their gameplay, but there's some benefits and some disadvantages to this. And of course, that's always going to be a thing with anything you look at, advantages and disadvantages. But here we go. We're talking about the advantages. Now, starter Pokemon are so hard to not grow attached to. And the first Pokemon you get to encounter, they're your friend, they become your like best friend essentially. Most people, that's what you get from most of the Pokemon vibes. But um I mean basically these Pokemon are really good Pokemon to start out a game with and actually play a game through with. Most can learn a lot of TMs and HMs that can help you throughout the game. So even if you just want to keep it around just to use as an HM slave or whatever, but most people actually use them. Um, the final evolution forms are actually pretty decent for most of these, but they're not the strongest Pokemon competitively or for the game, and you usually can find a grass, water, or fire type that will do better than one of the starter Pokemon, but they're just so hard to get rid of. I mean, they really are just hard to get rid of. Like, terribly hard. I mean, you just can't get rid of them. And so, this really limits your team and your choices. I mean, some of them have really good typings, like the recent generation added like a fire dark, a grass ghost, and a water fairy. That's kind of cool that each of them have final evolution dual types. Some generations have tried this, like Generation 1. Charizard was fire flying, and Venusaur was grass poison, but Blastoise is just water, and then Gen 2 with Cyndaquil, Chikorita, and Totodile, none of them got another typing. Mudkip and Torchic got typings in Gen 3 with ground and fighting respectively. Gen 4, everybody got a typing again, so there's Chimchar with a fighting type added on, Torterra with ground, and Piplup that fully evolves into Empoleon with steel, which is a really weird combination, water steel. And then it's back to like each one sticks to their own type, except like Froakie is. I skipped a generation, right? Yeah. Skip Tepig, Snivy, and Oshawott, but Tepig's the only one who gets a typing that's fighting. Because if you look at the Gen 1, I mean the fire type starters, 3 of the 7 have fighting as their second dual type, and they're all right here in a row, which is kind of funny. The 3 right here. So it's crucial that you pick a fight with a starter with a good uh, dual type if you want to do that, because I mean they're gonna be your Pokemon for both types, fire and like fire, water, grass, and whatever the other typing is, ground, fighting, steel, you name it. They're gonna be your typing for that one too. So you want to make sure you pick a good Pokemon and you really do your research. Now here are some of the benefit the disadvantages of choosing one of the starter Pokemon. Um, If you decide to keep a starter Pokemon the entire game, you lose the chance of catching Pokemon who could fill the role better. Like if you look, let's see, with Piplup, easily you could throw in a Gastrodon, which is really good. Typically, Squirtle you can throw in like a Tentacruel or a Seal or a Lapras or something like that. I'm really not too partial on anyone else, but do too much else. That's the two that I really realize. Because I usually pick the fire starter and I don't really pay attention to the other ones and what I catch instead. But yeah, you really lose the benefit of um, catching some of those Pokemon. And then also, like, these Pokemon are not perfect competitive using Pokemon. Like, some Pokemon are just crafted for competitive use, but these ones really aren't. Especially some of the newer ones, like, they're getting kind of weaker and weaker as you go on. I mean, most likely you'll see in competitive use Charz Charizard, Blastoise, Venusaur, Sceptile, stuff like that. Torchic and Mudkip, and those six actually have Mega Evolutions, and that's why they get used a lot, and it's usually their Mega form, because who wants to bring 4 times weak Pokemon to a battle and get wrecked completely? And there's a lot of Pokemon. There's a lot of Pokemon can fill the job better. And I mean, yes, they are adorable and they're cute and they're just a great Pokemon to have on your team, but you know, sometimes you're gonna make hard choices. And my son playthrough I was gonna do with Sun, I was not gonna use my starter. That's why I didn't really care who I picked. But I ended up picking Rowlet, and I'm actually liking um, Yusai, or however you pronounce it. I know I just butchered that, and someone's gonna be upset with it, but yeah, I'm actually enjoying using Rowlet in its evolution, and I just can't find any good fits for my team right now, and I'm looking through that, so we'll figure that out. But that's a topic for another video. So to save your time, I'm gonna end the video right now. Please comment anything you want to say about starter Pokemon, whether you like them or don't like them. Personally, I haven't used all of them. I don't think. Let's see. Actually, I've used all of them. I've used all the starter type Pokemon, besides the two new ones. Besides the two new ones, besides Litten and Poplio, because I chose Rowlet, I've used all the starter Pokemon. But again, I have to thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. Please subscribe if you enjoyed watching this video and you want more content from me. And feel free to comment in the comments below about what your favorite starter type is, which is going to be the question of the day. Who's your favorite starter? Mine's obviously Charmander because I based my channel off of Charizard. Because I love Charizard. Because I'm a Gen 1er. Just kidding. But yeah, write your comments below and let me know what you think. And until next time, I'm Chaos May 006, and I will smell you later.